So, Mr. 10, b.o.s. Entertainment Group, would you like to announce our next segment? Because I am going to give, I'm giving the theme tonight. So I'm gonna let him go ahead and introduce the whole segment. But then, okay.
Well, you know, we've come to a certain part. We have come to the home run hitting part of the show.
Yes.
And we are still gonna call it. He said.
He said. She said.
Tell me about that. Well, what happened is he moved. Well, that's pretty hard. Tell me about that. Well, what happened is he moved.
Yes. Okay, Mona, what is on that mind?
My goodness. Well, I am so happy that Miss Chanel Riley of Tax Bands is on with us because he said she said without backing is a little hard on me, Chanel, when it's another man.
She's all the help she could get. She still needs all the possible help she could get. Yes. Oh, definitely. Yes.
So this is a good one today. I would like to know why it is that, I mean, it could be a two-way thing, but when you decide to move in with someone, in you guys' opinion, you're not married, you're not engaged yet, you're just trying it out. Let's see, we won't clash if we live together, right? If you live with someone, how do you decide who pays for what? Now, I'm gonna give my opinion.
Okay.
I've been on social media for a moment because, like I said, I've owned my business for about almost 15 years now. So, you know, just every now and then something on social media catches my eye, and it's normally something in a group where women are talking and men are like, well, what about this? What about that? You know, asking questions back and forth. So one of the ones that really touched me was, okay, your girlfriend just moved into your place. Okay, your girlfriend just moved into your place, or your man just moved into your place.
Okay.
Should he pay all the bills? Should you pay all the bills? Should you put your money together? Save a certain amount, and then you get some, he gets some, right? So should you add the checks together, pay what needs to be paid, and then divvy up, you know, put maybe 100 in savings a week or whatever, and then divvy up what's left. Hey, you got 300 this week to whatever. I got, you know, I personally, this is not the 1950s. It's very rare when a young lady is able to stay home and take care of her kids. It's very rare.
Oh yeah, that ain't happening.
Yeah. So I mean, and even if it did happen, sometimes there's tension there.
I wouldn't want to be her.
Okay, so
which her?
In my personal opinion, I feel that the bill should kind of be split equally, unless your pay range is like, you know what I'm saying? If he's making six figures and you know, not
right, and you're
then maybe your share would be okay. The cable, the water bill, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But does it go according to who makes what, or do you think it's like, okay, he's the man, he should handle the money, she's the woman, she should handle the money? How do you even figure that out? How do you even begin?
And of course, we want to let our guest, Miss Chanel Riley of Tax Bands, go ahead and take this
with
first.
a Z at the end.
Okay, so I feel like on a situation like that, it all depends on the woman, for one, and the other person, the male or the female, because everybody handle things so different now. You know, like for me with bills, in my household, it pretty much go like, you know, we as one, for one. You know what I'm saying? It's not who got more money than one another.
Okay.
Like if you need something, it's gonna get taken care of, whether I gotta do it or you gotta do it, because that's how it should be. It shouldn't be no man take the whole 100% or 50, you know, 50-50 thing, because one week you might have something to do. Like I don't even think that people really sit down and like to the round table and break it in half anymore.
Okay.
You know,
So
like a lot of
so
women
you're
depend
more
on
like
the man
pulling
to do it.
together. Am I right about that?
My
So
whole
you're
thing
more
is
like
pulling together.
Yeah.
Like as one. And then first, if a female was to come stay at my home, maybe she could take care of something light, like food or something like that. But I wouldn't want her to take care of my bills because I would want her to get on her feet. So
yeah, because that's
she could
right.
get her own place.
So you're talking about two different situations, right? So you're talking about if it's your man and y'all, okay, then you're one and you divvy it up.
If it's a female friend,
but if it's a friend who needs help getting on her feet, oh yeah, definitely. Just if she
also that time has changed also though, because you can't have no another woman coming staying at your house nowadays. I done learned so many experiences. Woo!
Girl, that's another topic.
That's a whole nother level.
We're gonna have to do that next week.
We gotta hit that one day.
Girl, that's a good topic.
Yeah, okay. So
I got some strong feelings about that. I'm gonna say one thing about it. Okay. I feel that a man is a man. He can do whatever he wants to, but he can do whatever he wants to, but I'm not gonna bring him into a situation where he might be tempted. So that's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Like I would never, if I was married or had a man, right? Because I'm single, so no, I don't right now. But if I had a man living with me and one of my girlfriends was like, oh my God, I just need to stay somewhere. How about this? Let me help you. Let me help you find what you need. Let me help you. Yeah, we got you. Let me help you find what you need. Let's do a fundraiser for you. I'm all about the fundraising community. Let's help you get on your feet. But the one thing, now we done got all off on the tangent. This last thing I'm gonna say, y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all, the one thing my mama has said to me, if I don't learn nothing else, the one thing my mom has said to me is don't you ever have your close girlfriends or your girlfriends, period,
right,
around your man all day long. My mother, now I'm 46, almost 47. She said, don't you ever have your, and I was like, she told me when I was like early 20s. I'm like, what are you talking about?
But you know what?
But that's one thing that I learned it. And I was like, I've never had my close girlfriends around anybody I was dating. It's just,
it took me about 15 years, Mona.
Did it to learn that?
To play a lot of friends and sisters and pretends and babysitters. Yeah, it took me a long time to get to realize I don't care. We too grown for that now. Ain't no
the disrespect.
I'll get you a room or something. I'll try the best I can, but
that's what I'm saying. See, I'll help you.
Okay.
No morals.
Okay, well,
people don't have morals no more.
They don't.
Wait. But see, we just had, I don't know if y'all know, we just had a versus between, DMX and Snoop Dogg, and to attribute a quotation to Snoop Dogg, it ain't no fun if the homies can't have none. If you know fun, if the homies can't have none. If you know fun, if the homies can't have none. If you know fun, if the homies can't have none. If you know fun, if the homies can't have none. Guess who's back in the house with a fat for your recognize? Do too, cause when get scandalous and pull a voodoo, what you gon' do? You really don't know, so I'd advise you not to trust that. Silly of me to fall in love with a knowing damn well I'm too caught up with my grip. Now as the sun rotates and my game grows bigger, how many wanna name Snoop Doggy? I'm all the above. I'm too swift on my toes to get caught up with you. But see, it ain't no fun if my homies can't get a taste of it, cause I don't love it. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the.
Now, if he wasn't recording this, I would click him off. If he wasn't one recording this, I would click him off right now. We are communal people. We're a community. We're supposed to come together. I know you didn't just say that.
We're supposed to share.
Thank God I know you joking.
Hold on.
I'm glad you were joking.
Wait a minute.
Man and woman.
Hold on. Wait a minute. And in saying that, I'm completely lying. There's no way There's no way.
I gotta sip my tea on this moment.
Right.
Right, because I'm like, he's joking.
No.
He's joking though.
You're completely being facetious. The first question, let's go back to the money, because that was the first.
Yeah. How do you decide? You know.
Okay, so it's easy to decide because the first thing people got to get over is that this is not a cookie cutter situation. Not all men are built equal. Not all females are coming from a situation like that. Even when it comes to income disparities or whatever, or like differences, that's not automatically saying, well, you get more money, you pay more bills. Now watch this.
Okay.
The person that accumulates more money or has more money, what if they have less bills at the location? So to cut all of that out, each couple take themselves as an individual situation, decide on what's best for your team, your living situation, and then break up the bills and do the finances that way. This way now you can get away from, well, you were born a man, how come you ain't paying more bills? Well, here's the reason.
Well, we all human.
Thank you. Because this guy yeah, go.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Let me say this real quick. Why every time you go out to dinner with, like, me and my husband go out to dinner, I'm not busy, but we go out to dinner, the waitress always give him the bill. He asked me
they do that. They do that,
like,
yeah.
He like, why they always do that? Like, the man gotta always pay.
Well, and here it is. They're playing the law of averages, not just based off of income, but they're also playing it based off perception, right? So just in case, case in point, let's say this dude is out with this lady, knowing dang well he broke, but he don't want to feel bad. So he'll still get the bill first. Then the restaurant's like, look, we'll leave it up to you and your lady to decide who actually is going to agree to pay this. But we don't want you to feel bad, bro, because a lot of guys are still conditioned with, well, I'm supposed to play this man role, so let me not feel the broke guy that I am. If you're broke, man. This is the United States of America in 2020. Most people are broke.
Let me say this though. Yeah. There's a couple of scenarios, right? Because if you just hanging out, if you just chilling, right? If you like, I have platonic male friends. I'll just go out and hang out with them, right? Hey, baby, how are you, MB?
Welcome our special guest,
hey, MB.
Oh, Lord, I know she gonna want to chime in on this. He said, she said. You know we in the middle. He said, she said.
Let's go.
Oh, girl. Okay, so to me, if I'm out with a platonic friend, right?
Right.
And if I call him and say, hey, you want to hang out? And my man, automatically, I'm paying. Right? To me, that's the kind of woman I am. That's the kind of woman I am. But I'm telling you, anytime I do it, anytime I'm out with just one of my, male friends, and I'll be like, I grab the bill, they be like, wait, what you doing? Like, it's so foreign that a woman is like, if you don't leave this bill alone, I'm taking you out,
Right.
But so that's not stop it, 10 looking all crazy. But I don't feel like the man always gotta pay. That's not.
They don't.
We're past. I'm not saying that. I'm looking at this. Whenever I hear that, not from you, Mona. I want to be clear. Not from you.
Not from me, y'all. He said not from me.
Not from me. Because I don't want to keep putting bricks on Mona every he said, she said. That's not very nice. No, what I'm saying is that if I find it a little backwards that a lot of females think that, well, if we're friends, I got no problem actually taking care of myself. But if we're going to be romantic, then you should. That's ridiculous.
Don't you think it's sexy? Do you not think it's very, very sexy for your girlfriend, 10, or your significant other to be like, hey, you both getting off work or whatever. Hey, meet me at blah, blah, blah. And you meet her and she pays for the meal and everything. That's sexy.
Especially
if you in a relationship or, yeah.
I want to answer that very quickly. It's very hot, especially because before, and here's another thing that's not being talked about. Before the situation even pops up to where she's calling me to say, meet me at said location, we already have a communication and a foundation to where it allows for that. A lot of couples don't do that foundation building to say, hey, this is who we are, this is what we agree, and et cetera, et cetera. They kind of wait for that and then assume some things. Here, the message of this is there is no cookie cutter thing for men or women,
Okay.
You got to be who you are. You know, you gotta be who you are. You don't have to play this little game that, well, society tells me as a woman or as a female, whatever, that I'm supposed to be subservient. Let me just go ahead and play this back. What if you're not a back?
So to you, you're just saying it depends on the couple.
Absolutely.
Not to cut you off, but to you, it depends on the
not
couple.
Not just couple, but couple, situation, and
yeah.
other factors therein. Yes, couple. Yeah,
so MB, let me tell you how it all started. Excuse me, we have a few more minutes on this. So I brought up the topic today. If you move in with your man, or if your man moves in with you, how do you decide who pays the bills? Who pays what? What's going on? Does it depend on who makes more? Does it depend on you two just putting your money together in a pile, paying what needs to be paid? Let's put some in savings, and then I get 100 a week, you get 100. I don't know. That, to me, that sounds very mature and awesome. But
I'm old school. You know what I'm saying? I'm old school.
That's why Tia looking like that. He was like,
I'm kind of old school, but you know, this new school generation is kind of different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but me personally, I have to put that out there, disclaimer. Me personally, I feel like, you know, it's nothing wrong. I mean, back in the day, yeah, they expected the men to pay for everything, but you got to think about it. It was a time where women was allowed to work. You know what I mean? Men they said, like, I guess what the Bible said, you know how I am about that. So they said, the Bible said a man who don't work don't eat, right?
Right.
But now in today's society, I want to be in a type of relationship to where I have to, you know, nowadays you have to work. You know what I'm saying?
So it has to be a together thing. You're saying it has to be a together thing.
It's 50-50. It has to be 50-50.
And do you find, let me answer this, as a woman, do you find that if a man does pay all the bills, despite what you bringing in, do you feel that that's like a power move on his part? If he pays all the, right? If he pays all the bills, 100%, I feel that that's a power move. And every argument we ever have, I pay the bills around here. How about this? Okay.
I think it's to a certain extent.
I go and show you that just like I was living by myself before I met you, I can do that again. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
So but how you feel about that? Sometimes it's a power thing.
But as a woman, I also feel like, yes, that is a power move. But at the same token, it all depends on what type of man you dealing with, because there are men out there, you know, I'm team woman all day, you feel me? But there are men out there that does want to provide for their queens, you know what I'm saying?
I agree.
So, but at the same time, if I do have a man that if I'm put in that predicament, if he wants to pay for everything as a woman, if I'm working, I'm bringing home some chicken too. We call it chicken here. But if I bring home some chicken too, that is my opportunity. I'm not, as a woman, I'm not going to spend everything on my man taking care of it. I'm going to take that money and I'm going to put it in a savings account. Because they say,
under
you know,
not
trying to get spiritual on y'all, but you know what I'm saying? Y'all, what God give it, he can take it away. Because, you know, there might be a rainy day, but guess what, baby? I got you. I got the savings account. You know what I mean?
You know
I do know what you mean, and I agree.
Just to piggyback off of that real quick. I want to reverse it, because usually when we talk about the who pays bills and all that, it's whoever. If you got a bad character, the worst position to be is living with someone that has a bad character that believes they have power. But let's not forget. Let me tell you something. We're in 2020, as mentioned before. Very quickly, there's a lot of dudes that's trying to play the well, I don't got nowhere else to stay, so let me go ahead and move in with her, someone I really don't like. Then all of a sudden they complain when said individual, this female, all of a sudden it's like, well, look, you got to do this. I pay the bills now. That's one of the worst traps for a man to be, or actually for a male to be, because a man, first of all, a man wouldn't be in that trap. Because a man, no matter how much money a man has, a man understands one simple thing: you're not going to be over me. I can be partners with you. Partners are no problem at all. But you won't be over me as far as saying, well, I run things because my money, I bought you. See, we got to be careful that this whole little money.
I really hope that I really hope that if nobody heard anything else any of us have said tonight, I hope they just heard your statement you just made. Because I feel that you have to have a certain amount of respect for yourself. You have to have a certain amount of power that you feel within yourself. So just like MB was saying, she gonna put some in the savings account, she gonna do this, she gonna make sure that the house is good and everything's fine. He don't have to know that she's putting in 100, 200 a week. He don't have to know that. That's emergency funds.
Right.
But the grown-up thing to me is for both people, for both sides, to be able to respect each other at a certain level. And if more often than not, if the woman is a housewife and the man is paying everything, 9 times out of 10, it's not a good situation. I've been there. Like I was that woman who, had a baby. I didn't have to work at first, and then things changed. The economy changes, so I did go back to work and blah blah blah. But you just have to know yourself and respect yourself and know what it's going to take for you to be able to live in that kind of situation. So,
and I'm a go-getter too. So by the end of the day, I made a promise to myself years ago that I would never depend on another. I'm not going to say a man, but I would never depend on another. So if I have to work, there has been times, matter of fact, before the pandemic, I was working for a job and going to school, still going to school. So at the same token, as a woman and as an individual, and even goes for the same thing as a man too, regardless, I know even married couples, the richer the poor, better the worse, and all those vows, all those good vows. But by the end of the day, if anything had to happen, if y'all break up or God forbid it, if anybody, you have a death, not I hate saying death, you know what I'm saying? But you want to be able to know that you can take care of yourself.
Right.
So there's nothing wrong with a man paying for everything. Just as a woman, don't think you gotta blow every check you get coming in. Put it off to the side.
Still be
there's still
responsible.
Other things. Exactly.
Because if that relationship comes crumbling down, then what? You see what I mean? Then what? What are you gonna do? Oh, that's the worst feeling in the world.
Or even
exactly.
Even if it's a case to where all of a sudden he's not able, he can get injured if he
right.
Anything can happen. Anything can happen.
Things happen.
You gotta be a partner. You gotta be a partner. You have to have some skills that you offer that you can be independent, and you may have to take the lead for a little bit and then let him get back up, and then he takes the lead back. All of these parts of it.
And I know I talk my junk sometimes, but I be like, look, all jokes aside, baby, I got you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm a ride of that too. So I'm a ride of that too. So it's like, if anything we go through, we're going to go through it together. It takes a lot for me to give up on somebody I love. And I mean a lot.
Right. So and even going into a relationship, see, most people, and I know in my generation, I see that a lot of people look at what a person got. When I go into a relationship, I don't care what you got. Because I feel like when you go into a relationship, y'all build together. So you can have nothing. And y'all come into something together.
And build together. And you know what? I am so glad that you were able to end this session of He Said, She Said on a high note. Thank you for joining us. We want to make sure that we say thank you so much for the beautiful Chanel Riley of Tax Biz and the Poor Princess.